Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Chelsea and this is Soul Sacral. I created this channel just to talk about my spiritual journey. You can see my first video here, all about how I left the Mormon church when I was in my early 20s, and my second video here, all about how I found spirituality over a decade after that time period, where I was agnostic and I had found peace through surfing and Buddhism and connecting with nature. So I wanted to talk today about the chakras and how to know what chakra you're working with and healing. And it's actually quite easy and really fun. So we have a lot of different energy centers in our body. The chakras are just one set of them, and there are 7. There actually can be more. Some say that there are some below the first chakra and some above. I think all of it's accurate because we have so much going on in our physical bodies and our energetic bodies as well. So I'm just talking about the 7 most basic and obvious chakras. So those run along our spine, beginning at the base of our spine and ending at the crown of our head. Those are the ones I'm talking about. So they are correlated with colors, but they actually can work with different colors. They're not set or stuck with just one color. Sometimes one chakra might be working with one color at one time, and then it will shift into a different color at another time. There are no good and bad colors. They all can have light and dense energy in them. So when our chakras are flowing and in balance, that's when we feel the best in life. When some are too big or too small, that's when we don't feel the best and things can be off and out of balance. We really want our chakras to all be aligned gently and be about the same size to be in alignment. So sometimes our chakras can be too open and sometimes they can be too closed. So I just wanted to share a story that might help identify for you which chakra you're working with, and that is working with the colors. When I was in my early 20s and when I had left the Mormon church officially, and I had discovered Buddhism, and I had made peace in my heart. And like I said, if you want to learn more about that, please watch my first video. I talk about it in detail. It's kind of a long story, so I'm not going to go into it here as much. But I had made peace. I had discovered surfing, and that brought me so much peace. Just being on the water, seeing the dolphins swim by, catching waves, just being able to look through that water, being fully present in that moment. Also, discovering Buddhism and learning about true compassion and forgiveness and being present, that was life-changing for me. And unbeknownst to me, I was doing huge heart healing. I had no idea because I didn't know about the chakras. But at that time, I was obsessed with the color green. My walls were painted green. I had a green bedspread. Everything around me, I just wanted green, green, green. Okay? Now I know green is the color of the heart chakra. As you can see right behind me, this green, beautiful flower is our heart. Okay? So moving forward, I had this desire after working in a psychiatric hospital for 10 years in social services. I had this desire, I couldn't explain why, to do something more creative with my life. And that was my soul kind of pushing me so I could make some changes. We're not meant to be, I mean, some of us might be, but I don't think the majority of us are meant to be at the same job for our entire lives. I don't think that's really good for our soul evolution, but maybe some people are for their soul. Maybe that's their path that they chose to take in this lifetime. So after 10 years, I had this desire to do something more creative. And I was a little bit stuck in my ways at that time. I was a young mom. My kids were little, and I wasn't going to get a new job unless I really had to. And the universe knew that. So I actually got laid off. And it was so devastating because I loved that job. It was my financial security. And this was after I had that nudge. I had gotten the nudge for about 2 years to do something else, to look, and I had started to do other things. I was taking some classes at the junior college on a wellness certificate. I took yoga teacher training, but nothing that I really pursued. So the whole entire department I worked in was closed after the hospital was sold. And we had moved, and I had painted the entire wall of our living room, and it was an elevated ceiling. So it wasn't just a wall, it was like twice as big as a normal wall. I had painted it this beautiful, rich orange color. And now I know the orange color correlates with the sacral chakra, which is all about our creativity and our creative expression. Our lives are our most creative endeavor that we'll ever participate in. Creating our lives, we create them. I know that sounds odd, but we do. We choose what to study in college. We choose which jobs to apply for. We choose all of these things. We choose how we dress. We choose how we express ourselves. It's the most creative thing that we do. So I wanted to share that. If you're drawn to a certain color, maybe one way to go try this out is to go to the grocery store or take a walk in your neighborhood and see which flowers really stick out to you. Which one do you say, oh, those are so beautiful. I love these yellow flowers. I don't know why, they're just speaking to me today. And then you'll notice that you'll see that color more often. That's the chakra that you're working with. Red for the root, orange for the sacral chakra, yellow for the solar plexus, green or light pink for the heart, blue for the throat. I consider lavender or violet for the crown, for the third eye. And then you can say indigo or even a white for the crown. Those are some fun things, and you can look into which chakras indicate different things. I won't go into that in detail in this video. I will in future videos. Please let me know if there's something else you want to know more about. But when we are attracted to those colors, that means that we're healing and working with that particular chakra. I hope you have a beautiful day. If you'd like a reading, I can look intuitively and tell you which chakra or chakras you're working with and healing. I can also see what is in the chakra that wants to be released. And just actually having it come to the surface and talk about it is very healing. That is part of the healing. I did want to pull a card, which I'm going to do. I'm going to try to do this when I make each video. You can end the video now, or you can stay for the card. You can think of a question. I just like to get some inspiration when I pull cards. Sometimes I don't even have a question. These are called No Frills Oracle from an artist in Sedona. I love this deck, one of my favorite ones. I pull from it quite often. And cards, oracle cards, tarot cards are just tools of divination. Since I'm asking to pull a card for the collective, for all of you, I'm tuning into your vibration whenever you watch this. It's not anything that's outside of me. It's not magic. We are magical. It's our vibration, and it's matching my vibration. It's like a magnet, so I can't pull the wrong card. I always pull the right card, and so will you if you pull a card. You don't need eyes to see. You need vision. Get clear. This card is talking about the third eye and your intuition. Our intuition comes from all over our body. Our body can be an antenna for information that is connected to our subconscious mind, because our atoms are made of mostly space and our bodies are made of mostly water, and they communicate. Our body communicates and connects to all that is. If we want to know anything, all things, all we have to do is tune into our bodies. But we can see intuitively with our third eye. This is where our clairvoyance, our claircognizance, everything that we see intuitively is from our third eye. But we have to quiet our thinking minds, just like this person floating. They're not actually floating, they're sitting in meditation. But when you sit in meditation, you dissolve all of the thinking mind and all that is around you, and you can connect to all that is. Well, I'll leave you with that. It's kind of a complicated thing to explain, but maybe I'll make another video if you'd like to. But our intuition, our clear knowing, comes from our third eye, which some believe is our pineal gland and the center of our heads. Have a beautiful day. Please visit my website if you'd like to book an appointment. I also have some gifts on there that you can purchase and support my channel. Please like and subscribe. I would really appreciate that. Thank you.